Group Racing makes its annual appearance at Happy Valley on Wednesday night. It is January Cup night this week and we've got a 9-race program coming up. We're here on Racing to Win to preview it all. Good support card too, and joined in the studio today by Paul Lilly and Nick Child. And Nick, that feature race number 7, it's a really even, good contest for a Group 3 Wednesday night.
It certainly is, Mark. Yeah, and look, thoroughly looking forward to it as well. I mean, it's a rarity getting a group race at Happy Valley. Obviously, just the one of them every season, but a really good renewal of this year's race, and it looks fairly well balanced.
It does. We'll preview that on the show in a Class 2 1000, Paul, but not just that. We've got plenty of jackpots.
We have. We've got 3 jackpots. In fact, we've got 2 million going into the triple trio, so that should get up to about 4 million. We've got 1.3 million going to the first double trio and 1.2 million going to the second double trio. And of course, we've got 4 double trios here as well on Wednesday night at Happy Valley and 5 now at Sha Tin. So that's a really good extra bet type there for you.
And it's nice and easy to remember on Wednesday night. It's all the even races on a 9-race program, which is the first leg of the 4DT. So plenty to bet on. But before we get to tomorrow night, we're going to head back to Sha Tin on Tuesday morning. Romantic Warriors heading for a big showdown in the Stewards Cup, and he trialled down the straight.
And the leader is Super Fortune, tanking along in front. He leads by nearly 3 lengths. Super Wind Dragon second, and then came third on the outside rail is Brilliant Way. Followed on the far side by Romantic Warrior, Russian Emperor, Goritis, Alacrity behind them. And a little break the last trio. Meaningful Star, Charity Grace and Family Folks. But Super Fortune in front below the 200 metres. Margins closed, however. Super Wind Dragon, Romantic Warrior powering at them on the far side. Romantic Warrior has whipped to the lead now. Adam, oh so impressive once again. Romantic Warrior. Gee, that's been a good trial from Super Fortune second. Third over, Super Wind Dragon, I think in front of Russian Emperor, who looked a little better this morning. Alacrity, and then came Brilliant Way, followed by Goritis.
Yeah, he's going pretty good. Firstly in the morning, I've been on him every day, and pretty happy the way he's going. And of course, the trial today, he needed a trial. He needed to go and stretch his leg because he had a bit too much energy in the morning. So we were very happy today. You know, he came out and just let him do what he always wants to do, just leave him comfortably. And I must say that the 200, when I put a bit of pressure on him, he responded well. Just pure class.
He's been going through the super glue, Paul, a Karras, because he's been gluing the bum to the seat to make sure James McDonald doesn't come back.
Exactly. He's been on him every morning, as you say. Look, the horse is going really well at the moment. And look, over a mile, it's going to be such a good race with these top 3 horses. I think he can win it.
Yeah, I think there's no reason why he can't. And look, having spoke to Karras, he thinks he's improved still, so it's a scary thought.
All right, I need to watch the show at the end of the month for the Stewards Cup because the boys have given their selections already. But we're going to move on now to this feature night. The City of Lights being Happy Valley, and there is the details meeting 35, 9 races on the B course. It is 6:45 the first, and the 2 races we focus on races 4, the Class 2 over the 1000, and race 7, the Group 3 January Cup at 9:45 local. The 1000-metre race has the unbeaten Whiz Kid at the top of the book. 4 for 4 course and distance. He's unbeaten at Happy Valley over this trip. Handsome Bobo meets Whiz Kid better at the weights in that third 3 starts ago. We've got Keep You Warm, who's a 2 from 4 course and distance winner. Pinghai Galaxy comes back in trip. We The South is a 7-time course and distance winner. Astrology has his first start for Pierre Ung. Classic Unicorn has won 3 times here, but just struggling a little of late. And Power Kepi is going to get a really good run from a good draw of Barrier 2 for Sylvester de Souza and also John Size. Class 2, 1,000 metres, Nick. Surely they're just going to go flat out.
It looks the case, Mark, doesn't it? And that's usually what happens. Obviously, Whiz Kid has got an unblemished record around here, and he's drawn 9, so it is only a field of 10, granted, but he's going to have to cross the majority. But I think he's got enough early pace to do so, of course. Classic Unicorn's not going to be far away. He's drawn a few gates in, and Harmony and Rich, another horse who can show plenty of dash. They look to be the 3 confirmed sort of leaders there, Paul.
Yeah, he's got the apprentice on as well, hasn't he? Harmony and Rich. I think he'll go forward. Handsome Bobo can be a little bit dodgy at the gates, a little bit of query there.
All right, but we're going to start our focus with this horse right back here. Power Kep is his name. He's been racing really well. Sylvester de Souza rides this week for John Size, and this is Sylvester with Nick out at Sha Tin this morning.
Sylvester, Power Kip is your ride in the sprint on Wednesday night. He's holding his form well, this horse, and last time out certainly did a good job in the circumstances.
He has, yeah. He's a horse. He's in form, and and he done everything right, and he has, So no, he's a nice horse going forward.
Talk to me about the start with him, Sylvester, because last time out he certainly got himself on the back foot, but he did a good job late.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he's a horse. He's finished strong. He got a strong finish. So whatever position you can put him, if you get a bit of breed into him, he will finish off well.
Is that just a trait with him? I mean, he's done it on a couple of occasions, hasn't he? He has got that tendency just to jump a little bit slow.
Yeah, sometimes he does, but probably just have to help him out a little bit from the gates, and this time we got a good barrier gate, and and I'm happy with the trip, and I just hope things can go in his way. Last time things didn't play out for him, he just play out the gates and he missed a beep, and I have to play catch up, but he finished him off strong,
He's seemingly quite a versatile horse. You've ridden him at both tracks. Do you feel that 1,000 metres at Happy Valley is going to suit a horse like him?
And I think so. He's, he won over there, like of 1,200. So, and no, I'm happy with the trip. And he ran a good shot in, finished a good second. We had another good horse. And no, I just think if things going his way, and he should be a big player.
We know barriers are always crucial at Happy Valley. You're in gate number 2. Is that a help or a hindrance, or are you happy where you are?
If he hit the beep well, I think it's a great gate.
He is going to get the pace on to suit, so we'll get back and be charging home at the end. We move on, Paul, to our first replay. So many to look at here, but the focus horse has to be WizKid with his record over the 1,000.
Well, this is the thing. He's 4 from 4. He's going to carry a lot more weight in this race, but he has won with 133 in the past. So he's a horse that can carry weight. He's 1157 pounds for this race meeting. So he's a nice, big, strong horse. And look, he just, a lot of his rivals at the back here, and he just won so impressively, didn't he?
Exactly that. Look, it's hard to have much more. I mean, he's obviously very good round here. He's a better horse at Happy Valley than he is Shartin. And look, I think they've all got a bit to find with him on that form.
And there it is, 4 for 4, Zach 1 for 1, 9 times at the 1,000 for 5 wins. And that is WizKid, who at this early stage is the favourite, and he jogged it up there. Our next replay, Nick, features a lot of the same horses that we just saw in the first one, but it does have Street Scream. He ran 5th, and Astrology has had a stable change since this race.
He has, and that's obviously of interest for sure, given that he's gone to the informed Pierre Ung, and look, he can certainly find form with horses. Did trial well recently. Look, Ping Hai Galaxy has run a nice race here. I thought the one perhaps to take out of this race was Street Scream. He's got a fair way back, Paul, but he has run on really nicely.
Yeah, I've included him. I also included Astrology. I think that the race is going to be really set up for these back runners as well, with all the pace in it. So, yeah, they both go in for me.
I want to ask you about Astrology. Here's his trial. Now, this is the one at Shartin, his most recent one. Actually led up in this trial. We know him better as a horse going back. He went back in the first trial, so they've changed things up to see what happened here.
Yeah, they did, didn't they? And look, he was there for a long period. He just sort of got swamped late in this particular trial. Look, history has shown he races better from the back, so I'm sure they'll go back with him.
Yeah, I guess you might as well try something, I suppose, in a trial. It gives you the opportunity, and look, the two that have finished ahead of him are pretty smart types, notably that horse in second.
It's Golden 60 and Galaxy Witness who wins that trial. He is nominated for the weekend if you've been waiting for him to run again. Plenty of speed here, Paul. Does WizKid keep on his winning way around the valley?
I think he does on the last time he raced here. Look, Tony Cruz has always stated he's a better horse in the valley. He's been waiting for this race. So he's on top. Power Kip comes in with a lightweight, and he's in great form at the moment. And then the two closers, Astrologer and Street Scream. So 1, 10, 7 and 8 for me.
Yeah, I've gone the 10 on top here, Power Kip. He's a horse very much in form, and I think just the fact he receives a decent bit of weight, he receives 16 pounds from WizKid, it might just be enough if he can jump on terms, which I hope he does. So Power Kip on top over WizKid, who's got a great record around here, 4 from 4, and he might well take a little bit of stopping as well at his favourite track. Street Scream in for third, I think, is a live chance, and Ping Hai Galaxy knows his way around the valley very well indeed. 10, 1, 8 and 5.
It's a good race. It's race number 4, and it will be over in a very quick amount of time. We're going to a break here on Racing to Win. The preview for the Group 3 January Cup follows this. It'll be a massive day, biggest crowd in a long time for a Chinese New Year race day coming up on the 24th. It is a Tuesday, so don't forget to mark that in your calendar, especially if you're not watching from in Hong Kong. A Tuesday meeting and a massive one at that. But we've got a Wednesday meeting that we're previewing here on Racing to Win and a Group 3 race. It is the January Cup over the distance of 1,800 metres. Glorious Dragon has his first start for Pierre Rung. Money Catcher was the winner of the Group 3 Sasa Ladies Purse. Berlin Tango comes back in trip. We've got Butterfield, who's shown his best form over at Sha Tin. Cheerful Days never won beyond 1650. Excellent Proposal, Happy Valley debut. Celestial Power, Matthew Poon rides for Frankie Law. Looking great, last start winner, Nelly Fine. And Red Majesty is on the 7-day backup, drawn barrier number 12 after a very tough run last Wednesday night. But 1,800 metres, Nick, great run down to the first turn. B-Course, a lovely start also. Who leads?
It looks to be Money Catchers, I think, because he's drawn really well in gate number 1 and he has shown speed, notably 2 starts back when 5th behind Romantic Warrior he went forward. So I think expect a bit more of the same. And look, Red Majesty, for all he's drawn out wide, he'll have to come across. He does like to go forward. So if Harry Bentley can get him out running, he might well put himself in a good spot. Looking great, probably not too far away. Packing a ward. He can also sit a bit more prominently than I think he did recently, Paul.
Yeah, look, Looking Great's not going to take Money Catcher on because they're from the same stable. So, look, that's why I think that'll sort of pan out that way. Red Majesty's the one likely to put some pace on. I thought Packing a Ward can get a really nice run, and he comes in with a lightweight. From his draw, Rise Brethren's can be a little bit slow out. Excellent Proposal generally goes back. The query horse for me is Berlin Tango from barrier 10. Where's he going to end up?
What's the other option? Go back to second last?
He could go all the way to the back, or he could try and go forward. But if he goes forward, he's going to be wide. So I think more than likely he'll go back.
All right, drawn barrier number 10 is Berlin Tango. Here are the previous winners of the race, Nick, and Casper Founds won it last year. He's represented by the Little Grey, Nearly Fine this year.
Yeah, Zabrowski, who did a good job last year, obviously notably with a race of this nature, a lot of them lightly weighted. Savvy 9, of course, a couple of years ago. Douglas White, the only man to have won it as both a jockey and a trainer, Paul.
Yeah, exactly. So, as you say, lightweights have done well on this race in the past.
Well, we're going to start with a man in great form, and that is the trainer of Money Catcher, Frankie Law.
Frankie Law, the January Cup is the feature race at Happy Valley this Wednesday. You've got 3 runners in the contest. Let's start with Money Catcher. Now, that run in the Hong Kong Cup was very much out of the box. How has he been since then?
He's still good form. He always very consistent, so I just put him this race, yeah.
And since that race, Frankie, was this always the target to bring him back to Happy Valley?
I think for me, Happy Valley, Sharton still one good this horse, yeah.
He's had a couple of runs around here. He's been placed on both occasions. Do you feel he's the type of horse that does handle the tighter track?
Yeah, no problem. He raced before. I think he should be okay.
He clearly is a bit of a class act. And do you feel now that he's just coming to hand, having sort of been a little bit frustrating to start with?
I think after he win the race and he looks, for me, he looks a little bit better. I think sometimes maybe when you get the first winner, maybe he'll know what to do.
You've got a couple of other runners in the race as well. Celestial Power is the other. What about him? I mean, he's a horse who sort of, on his day, is a handy type, but what do you make of his chance in this race?
Last time he won a little bit disappointed. Maybe I think this horse maybe 1,800 should be better, so I just put him this race.
You've also got Looking Great in the contest as well. He was a decent enough winner last time. That was 2,200 metres. You bring him back in trip this time.
Yeah, I think first start this season 1,600, and then last time he 2002. I think for him doesn't have any problem. Yeah.
How hard a job was it, Frankie, to get jockeys? I mean, quite a few of these horses right down at the bottom of the weights. You've got Alex Lai riding this fellow for you as well.
Yeah. As you know, difficult to find the jockeys. And Alex Lai, he's a local boy. I want to give him some chance, yeah.
Nice to have 3 good chances in it. Money Catcher would be the pick of them in your mind?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Frankie Law on his 3 runners in the January Cup, but we are going to some of the other runners now, Nick, and there's plenty to look at here, including one of Frankie's runners in Looking Great, who had a perfect trip in behind the leader this night. Berlin Tango, he saved all the ground on the inside. Nearly Fine pushes out from back in the field. He's following the winner there at this stage, and Rise Brethren out wide. It was a pace-dominated race. 2200, they went slowly, and the winner just had a perfect trip.
He did, and look, given a really good ride as well by Karis Teton to get him home on this occasion. So look, it's a different scenario for him. Obviously coming back in trip, Berlin Tango. There's obviously run a nice race. Rise Brethren finishing off, and Nearly Fine. Paul has done little wrong as well.
Yeah, I thought Nearly Fine and Rise Brethren both really good runs from those horses because they did come off the pace.
Group 1 form here. Here's Money Catcher up outside the leader, turning for home. That is him, Paul, with class all around him. Romantic Warrior. He's up on the outside and he's got a really good race, but he seems to always go a good race no matter what the grade.
Yeah, he could be in class 5 and he still runs a placing this horse. I mean, he goes very, very well, don't get me wrong. He's had 2 runs here at Happy Valley and he's been placed on both those 2 occasions, second and third. He's one you've got to put him for your multiples, there's no question, but he's a bit risky on a win line.
He is, and I think when assessing this race, he is certainly the place to start as far as form is concerned. Look, I mean, he's run a super race here, obviously well held, yes, but it was a good run. But there aren't too many, only one I've found in the last 12 years, or since 2012, that's one with as much weight as this.
And that's 127 pounds. He won the Sasa Ladies Purse with 115 pounds on his back, so 12 more this week than that. Back to the Valley we go. Here we've got Berlin Tango running third. Now, this race was over the 1800, so same distance as Wednesday night. Rise Brethren sneaking down through on the inside. Cheerful Days, he's out very wide. He's got a great record over 1650 and packing a Wardnick an excuse. He covered plenty of ground here.
He did, and he's been back to the trials as well. He beat a couple home on that occasion when trialling. But look, Berlin Tango has been holding his form quite well, I thought, of late. And, you know, I don't suspect he's going to be the worst of chances in a race like this. I don't mind the run of Rise Brethren once again here, Paul.
Yeah, he ran really well once again, and he's quite consistent. I thought Cheerful Days finished off nicely. He's getting down to a low rating now. It's sort of a winnable rating for him as well. And the other one, you've got to completely forget, Packing Award. I think he maps quite well.
Here he is back in November, Paul, and as Nick said, he has had a trial, but this is what he can do when he gets a much more economical run than last time.
Yeah, exactly. And we saw Dylan Moe in similar colours win nicely with Packing Treadmill. Look, I think this horse has a good chance. He comes in with a light weight. Peter Ho horses are in form at the moment, stable. And I think he can map well, so I think he's a chance.
Yeah, he won this race with Flame Hero in 2016, did Peter, and look, it was a good performance, but this is much tougher.
Excellent proposal, Nick. Complete unknown around Happy Valley.
He is, no trial here as well, and he's a very, very hard horse to predict, Paul.
Yeah, he hasn't won since I was knee-high to a grasshopper, this horse, and that was a long time ago, and that was a couple of years ago.
All right, and finally, Paul, to the trials, the Grey Glorious Dragon. He's had another stable change. He's joined Pierre Rung now. Pierre's given him 3 trials. Have you liked what you've seen? But he does have that top weight of 135 too.
Yeah, that's a negative, and also his fresh up record's not good either. So, look, I'm going to watch him go round here with Glorious Dragon. The trials have been okay, but I'm just worried about that fresh record.
Yeah, for sure. And look, the positive, I suppose, is that he's got a decent record from limited starts here at Happy Valley, but 395 days off the track with a poor fresh record. I think I'd like to see him first, but look, good luck to him and good to see him back at the races.
No crossover noseband for Glorious Dragon first up either. Beauty Eternal wins that trial. He trialled safely this morning at Shartin if you've been waiting for him after the late scratching last time. But selection, please, Paul.
Going to go with one down at the bottom of the weights there, which is the 7 on top here, Packing Award. I think he can map well and he can be tough to beat. Money Catcher, consistent. Cheerful Days is well rated, and Rise Brethren, another consistent horse. 7, 2, 5 and 8.
Yeah, I've gone with the 8 here, Rise Brethren. I thought some of his recent racing had been really good, and in what looks a very open race, lightweight, he was the one I wanted to be with. Money Catcher's got the class form coming into the race. Nearly Fine is lightly weighted and should go well. And Berlin Tango, I think a bit of the same, having raced consistently 8, 2, 11 and 3.
That is the preview for races 4 and 7 here on Racing to Win, but there are 7 other races, and who are some of Lally's likes for them?
I do like Cool Blue in the first. I made him the long shot in debut and didn't get any luck behind Excellent Fighter. It's a strong form race, that one, so I'll stick with him. I see Zach Purdens jump the board as well. Jubilation's been consistent. He's in the second. Happy Golf caught the eye. He's only had the one start. He was back. He finished off strongly enough. Do like Solar Partner coming to Happy Valley. I think he's by Zoosta. He's a horse that will be suited by Happy Valley. Hasn't been there before, mind you, so it could be good each way price. And I really like the way he encountered one last time. He's got to overcome barrier number 12 and Lucky 8 in the last. That was a good run from him last time.
That was his Happy Valley debut. You can see all of those races on the website, hkjc.com. Click on audio and video for the analysis. End of the show. One more thing, you've got a very special play this week too.
Yeah, I have. Look, I'm going to go with Encountered. as the best bet, though. I just really like the way this horse is going, and if he does win this, he'll get a chance to get into the Classic Mile. I think he's right on the cusp there, with rated 74. Solar Partner from barrier number 4. Come on, Sylvester. I like him on both, and we'll see how he goes here on his Happy Valley debut. Should be good each way price. Now the play, we've got a jackpot in the second double trio, so I thought we'll have a crack at that, especially with these extra double trios we've got at the moment. WizKid the banker with 5, 7, 8 and 10 in the first leg. And in the second leg, we've got Solar Partner, who is a decent price. Circuit 10's a good price. Momentum Galaxy's 20 to 1. Wood on Fire's double figures. Ha at Heart and Happy Soul should be the favourite. So if we get the first leg, we'll all go for the second, I think, as well.
Yeah, best bet for me on Wednesday night. Hopefully Sylvester deals with the pressure well, because it's Savvy Chic, race 9, number 11. Form looks good and he looks a nice horse going forward. So I'll make him the best of the evening, race 9. And the long shot, race 2, number 11, Go Ballistic. Unlucky last time. Luke Ferraris knows the horse well. Hopefully he can get his head in front once again, the old boy. And the play, race 4, going 1, 8 and 10. WizKid, Street Scream and Power Kip.
Well, having got a 1.6 favourite beaten last Wednesday night and even money favourite beaten on the weekend, nearly final Beeson Valley. Race 7, number 11, 1800, good pace on, and an excellent record at the trip with a lightweight. Gift of Lifeline comes up with an inside draw, has one off a similar and a higher rating. Karis Thiessen for Tony Millard, and the play, Money Catcher, Berlin Tango and Nearly Fine make up a race number 7 in a QQP. That has been racing to win. Great night at Happy Valley on Wednesday night, then back to Shartin on the weekend.
Yeah, looking forward to it, and yeah, there's plenty to get excited about on Wednesday.
Yeah, I thought Galaxy Witness trialled really well leading into his race on Sunday as well, and I think he's a good chance.
And we've got a leftover triple trio jackpot as well.
Oh, it's
for
a
the
big
weekend.
one, isn't it? It'll be 30 odd million again, I think.
So that's coming up at Shartin. A reminder about the double trios. There's 4 of them on a Wednesday night at Happy Valley. They begin on every even-numbered race, 2, 4, 6 and 8. The first of the 9 races gets underway at 6:45 on behalf of both Nick and Paul. That has been Racing to Win. Enjoy your January Cup night. We'll see you for the first at 6:45.